What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another college basketball video. It is Friday, November 14th. We got some more college basketball action to break down here today. I'm going to go over my favorite plays off of this Friday night slate. But before we dive into those, we do need to jump over there to the Guy Boston Sports website. Now, after each of these videos, that's where I go ahead and lay out all of my final plays. So make sure you check that out, guys. There'll be a link right down there in that pinned comment that's going to send you right over there to the website. So let's go ahead and jump over there. Let's recap our plays from the last video we put out on Wednesday. Let's see what we put in then and how that ended up going down. And on Wednesday, we just put one play in. We were looking at that Oakland and Houston game, looked at the total and took the under 139.5. We put a full unit in, and we do end up cashing 1-0 on the night for Wednesday. And guys, we had a rough start, right? Over those first 2 nights of college basketball action, we went 2-5, but since then we have gone 10-3. So, man, let's look to keep that energy flying here into this video. Let's have ourselves another winning night and keep stacking up on the units. Guys, nothing else to do but to smash that like button down there for me if you can. Hit subscribe if you have not already. Let's go ahead and dive into this first game that we're looking at. It's going to be a 9 p.m. tip-off time. I'm looking at Michigan taking on TCU. Now, these two, they just met last year with Michigan winning that one at home in Ann Arbor 76-64. They were able to dominate in the paint and held TCU to just 34% shooting from the field, only 5 of 19 shooting from three. This one, we'll see TCU play host in Fort Worth, and they're going to be looking for some get back in regard to last year's loss. Michigan, man, they're coming in ranked 6th in the nation. They started off the year 2-0, blowing out Oakland and then grinding out a tough 85-84 overtime dub against Wake Forest. TCU, they've started the year 2-1. They lost their opener against New Orleans, but they have rebounded with a blowout win and then another double-digit win after that. They are replacing a significant amount of offensive production from last year's squad, though, coming into this year. Michigan, man, they've utilized the size and the depth that they have in the paint to open up this season, and the combo of Mara, the 7'3" Mara, and then the 6'9" Johnson Jr., man, has really been efficient for them down low. They're shooting a combined 71.8% from the field. They've been strong on the glass as well, man, and they've accounted for 13 of Michigan's 15 blocks through these first 2 games. They're impacting things on the defensive end with their size also. And then transfers Gale Jr. from Ohio State and Cadeau from North Carolina. They're both bringing experience and talent out of the backcourt, with Gale Jr. being a proven scorer, Cadeau both a high-level distributor and defender. TCU, man, like I said, though, they lost its top 7 scorers, including 4 double-digit scores from last year's team. They rebuilt their team with a cast of experienced transfers as well, but that 7'3" Mara, man, and 6'9" Johnson Jr., they're a nightmare matchup for TCU and this new rotation that has yet to face a tandem like that with that kind of size and athleticism down low. So, end of the day, man, it's one of those classic something's got to give type of games, right? With Michigan's size and efficiency in the half court against the speed and athleticism of TCU. They're going to look to press the Wolverines, man, and they could force some turnovers here, but Michigan's size advantage is just too much for me to ignore here in this one. Looking at TCU, their high-tempo offense is designed to score before that defense can get set up, but if Michigan can manage the pressure from the Horned Frogs, man, get into their half-court sets, their interior scoring and their rebounding is going to wear down TCU. I think the Horned Frogs can keep this one closer in the first half, man, but ultimately I like Michigan to pull away and get the cover here in this one. Then the next game I'm looking at is going to be a 10 p.m. tip-off. We have Arizona taking on UCLA. Now, Arizona, man, they've been solid on both ends of the court to open up the year. They're coming in at 12th for offensive rating in the Ken Palm, 15th for defensive rating. UCLA, they do come in at 3-0, but their wins really haven't been super impressive, man. We've seen them drop from 20th to 30th in the Ken Palm for defensive rating. They're sitting at 35th for offensive rating. The depth for Arizona has already been on display throughout their first 3 games, man. Freshman Koa Pete went off for 30 points in their opening night upset win over the then number 3 Florida Gators. But then when we saw Pete struggle in their last time out, 3 of 10 shooting, right? Freshman Dwayne Aristo led the team with 18 points. He had 6 3-pointers, and he just really showing the strength of Arizona's recruiting class coming into this season. Arizona is shooting over 51% from the field, over 43% from beyond the arc. So I'm concerned with the Bruins' ability to get stops here in this one, and their shooting woes don't really allow for them to fall too far behind here in this game, man. UCLA is shooting just 29% from three-point range as a team, so it's going to be a tall task for them to play from a deficit until they can show that they can hit consistently from beyond the arc. Backcourt star and transfer point guard Donovan Dent, who's averaging 16.5 points per game, 6.5 assists per game. He did miss the last game and should be good to go here for this one. And his return definitely would be huge, but ultimately, man, Arizona's going to look to play fast. UCLA is going to have to turn this one into a half-court, low-possession type game, like the 57-54 battle that they won last year in the head-to-head matchup between these two. But if Arizona can get out and push the pace, UCLA is going to be in trouble, man. And all in all, I do like the Wildcats to do just that and cover here in this one. Man, they have the depth down low, they have the outside shooting, and they have the defense at the rim to contend with this UCLA team, man. And the Bruins struggles shooting from deep really worry me against this team that's going to look to score fast and score often against them. So give me Arizona on the side here in this one. And that is going to wrap it up here for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Hope you found the content helpful and useful. And if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you have not already. And that is going to do it, man. Hope you guys all have yourselves a great Friday night. Hope you guys all cash out. And I'm going to see you back tomorrow for the next one.